So, rocking the doors today.
A great T-shirt, Norm. That brings back memories.
It does. You remember getting our very first Doors LP? Came from your brother.
Yes, it did.
So, that was wonderful. And we enjoyed the music a lot. We are going to demystify the whole booking process of getting yourself on the California Zephyr. But before we do that, we are
Tina and Norm. And we talk all things retirement, financial, or anything else that we might be up to.
So the California Zephyr, one of America's greatest train trips. It's the longest daily service that Amtrak operates in America. And between the Canadian from Via Rail that goes across Canada, the Zephyr is equal in its magnificent views going across the Rockies and Sierra Nevada.
And it actually takes 52 hours to do that trip.
It's 2,438 miles or 3,924 kilometers. Wow. So you're on there for 2 nights, 3 days.
Yeah.
And if you go in sleeper class, they will give you 3 meals a day. So how do you book a ticket on it? It proved to be difficult for us because we didn't fully understand the terminologies of the Amtrak website.
No, we didn't, did we?
No. So basically, when you search Chicago to San Francisco, and you see the results come in of the cabins and trains that they have to offer, it doesn't say California Zephyr. It just says multiple train trips. And we thought, we don't want to do multiple train trips. We want to get on the Zephyr and
get off the other end.
Get off the other end. Turns out, it doesn't go to San Francisco, does it, Tin?
No, it doesn't. It actually goes to Emeryville, doesn't it, Norm?
Which is in the Bay Area. And then the final leg of your journey into San Francisco is operated by an Amtrak bus service. So there's 2 ways of booking it. You can book your ticket Chicago to Emeryville. You don't get the bus transfer. You can book it Chicago to San Francisco. You get the bus transfer. So we were looking at the sleeper class and we didn't want the roomette. We thought that would be a little too small for us. We wanted a bedroom. So how do we do on that, team?
Well, after we decided we were going to go, we went on to the website to book the bedroom. And we got all the way through and we were just about to process it all. We were putting the credit card in and everything. And it wouldn't go through, would it, Norm?
No, we found at that point that even though you're booking online,
yeah,
it said there were 4 cabins left. The reality was there wasn't any at that point, but their website doesn't update that quickly. So Tina had a great idea to do live
chat. At the top of the website, it says you can do live chat. So that's what we decided to do.
And it's very quick and efficient.
Great, wasn't it?
But we should say, before we actually buy the ticket, that we were looking for a 1-bedroom, the regular sleeper class bedroom. And Tina had already been on live chat a week or so before and found out that the accessible rooms, if they get to within 14 days of leaving, they make those available to anybody. So you don't necessarily have to have a disability to get one if you're within 14 days of travel. So the room that we were looking at was an accessible room. Mm-hmm. And it's quite remarkable. It's the largest room on the train, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. And not only that, we found out that there was a big price difference. Mm-hmm. Because the actual bedroom we originally were looking to book was $3,400. And then when the agent suggested that we could have an accessible bedroom that was twice the size, it was only going to cost $2,188.
And the
Wow.
And the advantage to the accessible room is it's the largest room on the train. It spans the full width of the carriage. So you get two windows, one on the southbound, one on the northbound. And so basically you can see both sides of the scenery from your accessible room. No other room has that. So that's a huge advantage.
We thought that was really neat, didn't we?
The only downside, but it isn't to us, was it has a large bathroom in the room, but no shower. Whereas the regular one bedroom has a shower, but it's in the toilet. So basically everything gets wet. Whereas in the room that we have, come out of the door, go one door down, and there's a shower room, purpose built, and it's bigger. And there's a dressing room as well. So we're quite happy to use that.
So it's fine with us, isn't it? So once we'd engaged with a live agent, we explained what we wanted to do. And at that particular minute, there was no accessible rooms available, was there?
No.
They said they'd all gone. And then as Norm was typing back, all of a sudden one became available. And they said, do you want to book it? And we said, yes. And after that, it was seamless, wasn't it?
So we did the whole transaction on live chat.
Yeah.
And he booked the room for us and sent all the confirmation.
It was great.
So we are going Chicago to Emeryville on train 5 westbound.
Yeah.
And then we thought we made a mistake because we do want to get to San Francisco.
Yeah.
So we went back on the live chat the day after and asked whether we could add the transfer because you can't do that online. I thought you could be sneaky and put Emeryville to San Francisco, and it said, no, you can't do that. So we were able to get senior rates because they have rates for adults, seniors, children.
Yeah.
So we got discount, and our bus transfer turned out to be about $11 for the two of us.
For the two of us. It was an amazing deal, wasn't it? Yeah, it was great.
It really is. So within the sleeper class, you do get 3 meals a day, and you can have those in the dining car. We have also found out that you can have them brought to your room because in the room there is a fold-away table.
Yeah.
Or if you're going through some really great scenery and you don't want to get out of that observation car, which is the glass dome, you can ask for your meals to be brought there, and they have tables. So that's
a huge
pretty good.
plus, isn't it? And another thing we found out too is that when you're having your dinner, you could actually get a complimentary free drink as well.
Alcohol.
So you can have a beer or wine or a cocktail on Amtrak. We thought that was great.
Yeah, we didn't get that with Via Rail.
No, we had to buy all the drinks, didn't we? But that's a nice feature.
A really nice touch. And the menu's changing the whole time. So we're really looking forward to going through 7 states. We'll be going through states that we've never been to. We can get out of the train. They have these smoke breaks like they did on the Via Rail trip as well. And it's quite the adventure. And we've kind of gone to these train trips instead of going on cruise ships. To give you an idea, there's about 200 passengers on this California Zephyr on average. And I think there was about 150 on the Via Rail Canadian train. But there's multiple carriages. There's can be up to 10 carriages, so everybody is spaced out. And we felt a lot safer health-wise.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? That there wouldn't be masses of people. There'd be fewer people and more spaced out. So we kind of feel happier with that, don't we?
So we're going to see the plains of the Midwest. We're going to see the Rocky Mountains, stopping in Denver. We're going to the Sierra Nevadas, stopping in Reno. We also stop in Utah. It's just a great adventure, and we'll be filming, looking out onto the scenery.
Yep.
And we really encourage you, if you've never done one of these long-distance scenic train rides, it is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
To give you an idea, Amtrak, after COVID, so in 2022, they had 290,000 people travel on the California Zephyr alone. Now that's down from its pre-COVID times of 419,000. But for Amtrak, it brings in a healthy $52 million a year just on that 2-train service. Train 5 or Train 6.
And look at all the other trains that they have too, Norm. I mean, just phenomenal, isn't it?
It is.
I think if we get that we're hopefully going to love this one, just look at all those other train trips we could do as well, Norm.
Indeed. So we're going to have a few days in San Francisco. Yeah. We're having an overnight in Chicago in order to get the train. Train leaves around 2:00 in the afternoon, I believe.
Yeah, so we wanted to make sure that we would be there and not miss it. So we're going to fly to Chicago the night before, which is great.
And the really neat thing, for the first time with Air Canada, we've been able to use our Aeroplan points.
Yes.
So we got flights back from San Francisco to Toronto. Cost us $36 each.
Absolutely amazing. We saved over $800 each on the flight. We couldn't believe how expensive the flights were.
But I've taken the train back.
Yeah, almost, hey? So we saved over $800 each. That's phenomenal.
So what we found out is Air Canada doesn't charge all these outrageous taxes and fees that they do in Canada from flights departing from Canada. Flights departing from the US, low tax.
So it was a great way of us using our Aeroplan points, which we had, and we, up until now, hadn't really had anything to use them for.
So stay tuned for our California Zephyr expedition, which will be coming to a YouTube near you very soon.
And we hope that everybody is staying safe.
And keeping well.
Until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.